up and down on the cell phone. I guess that makes sense.
I can go live on YouTube. Not today, but next time I do, I'll do.
Well, no, I'm saying I suppose that does make sense that that on the cell phone it would need to be up and down versus Rumble audio is being dumb. What does that mean? What's up?
Yeah, your YouTube.
No, I'm in the Rumble audio. Can we kill the mic and just use it from the camera? What do you think? Howdy, howdy. We're on a test live. We're trying things out. Welcome to the studio. You guys are like the worst orientation ever. Also, probably shouldn't have firearms in the background for YouTube. I know that's a good way to get in trouble. All right. Well, if you guys don't like, for everyone that's on Rumble right now, if you don't like the audio, you can go to YouTube. For everyone that's watching on YouTube, if you don't like the audio, you can go on Rumble. Congratulations, you guys got audio options. Is the audio source for Rumble a set mic? Yeah, we got a boom mic right here for the shotgun mic for the Rumble stream. So, but we're trying this out. We're testing things. Oh, see, now this will be fascinating to see how many more people are going to be on the YouTube versus the Rumble. This will be fascinating. No audio on Rumble again, LOL.
I just unplugged my mic, plugged back in again.
Oh my goodness. The Rumble's going so bad. Oof, that hurt. What hurt? Cookie? I'm trying to read both chats, so where are we on the JQ discussion? I don't know if what I'm allowed to say on YouTube about that. I genuinely don't at this point. Now, I've seen... And that was something fascinating too. That the last Nick Fuentes and Sam Hyde video, I was surprised about how much that they were able to go over and how much they were able to talk about, and the fact that that's still live on YouTube. Test stream is testing. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't expect, and it's the same thing with Asmongold. If you guys know Asmongold, and if you watch Asmongold at all. I would not have expected at all that recently he would be going into like so many topics and so many discussions that he is, and the fact that Asmongold is talking about that like culture is something that needs to be preserved, and I always viewed him, and I'm not trying to hate on him at all, and I haven't really known much of his content. I've never really watched his content before. I've been watching it recently. Because, he's been going over some really good stuff. And for the most part, as of recently, once again, I've only watched clips, and I've watched some of his recent streams. Asmongold's really been going over a lot of topics that it's nice to see, I guess, people that were considered as normies or bred YouTubers. It's nice to see them talking about like real topics and the fact that we agree, and the fact that, things are getting so much more harsh. And things in Europe and America are getting so much worse that even men that we considered as normies are now really starting to have to kind of take sides. And I posted this on Twitter this morning, and it's a quote that Tarbers has had forever. And I don't even know if Tarbers made up that quote or if that came from somebody else, but it's like a pick your trench mates now, or they will be picked for you later. If you guys aren't picking your teammates now in what would be considered as peacetime. And, speaking of, for everyone that's watching the YouTube right now, we're doing Thursday night drinks. This is totally water, by the way. It's not water. But, Tuesday night drinks. Welcome to the studio in the warehouse. I just threw this up on my cell phone because Rumble was doing so bad. Audio is much louder on YouTube here, and I can hear fine through with my speakers. Yeah, we're trying out, because last time we were streaming on Rumble through my cell phone, and it was crunchy. It was very crunchy. So...
It's not awful, but like it can be better. We will make it better.
We will make it better. We shall be better. We're getting there. This is a test stream. We're trying things out. I'm trying out live streaming. I'm gonna start doing the heckin' thing, guys. So we're doing Tuesday night drinks every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And Pacific time is the only time that matters because that's where I'm at. So that's the only time I care about. So yeah. Anyway, I need to quit drinking. You should probably drink less. And if you're saying that you should quit drinking, then yeah, you should probably quit drinking. Where's Tuck? I don't know who Tuck is. I know who he means, but I'm gonna refuse to acknowledge where's Tuck. Yes, Mashibawa. Sup, nerd? What's up? Yeah, there's much more. How many people do we have? Can I see this here? Okay, so we got 49 people on Rumble and we have 58 people on YouTube. See, that's pathetic as far as like the YouTube side goes, right? Because the YouTube, right? I have 80,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I have 200 on Rumble, and that's bonkers to me. The fact that my YouTube like fell off so hard. I don't know if I want to get into the legalities of what happened there, because that's infuriating. How much of my YouTube channel I had to delete because of one audio person. Not going to get too far into that. That's frustrating as fuck, but, whatever. Here we are, is what it is. Fucking frustrating as hell, though. Good God. That is some stout water. Whew. I don't know. Would ice go with tequila flavored water? I don't know. There's so many like flavors of water that I've never really had ice with. It's just like you drink it. That's the point. You drink to get hydrated. Same on both. I'm on both. Why are you guys watching both on YouTube? Okay, thank you for giving me numbers for watching on YouTube and Rumble, but why are you doing that? How are you even? What are you watching? One on? Are you watching one on your phone and one on your laptop or something? Why would you do that? Rumble needs a lot of work. I know Rumble needs a lot of work. Huck is doing good. He will be at the 20 miler this weekend. If you guys are not going to be at the 20 miler this weekend, you're wrong. What are we doing this weekend? Okay. Native Patriot just texted me. I can't respond. Can you? Crap. No, you can't. Why does everyone like try to message me while I'm live? Anyway. I missed the OG YouTube intro. Yeah, I do too, but I can't have it back. I'm going to have to do a new one. I'm on live stream making. I got 3 minutes. Yeah. You 3 monitor. Why are you the way you are? That's so unnecessary. Okay. Anyway, there's some topics that I should not or cannot go into on YouTube Live that I can go onto on Rumble. So right now we're just doing a test. We're getting a feel for it. If you guys are on YouTube and you're not subscribed to my Rumble, go do that. Because we're doing Tuesday night drinks, and I'm going to get into some crazy topics, which I can't get onto YouTube. But, we're going to do YouTube because here we are. Water. This is actually water. I mean, the other one was water, too. I don't know. Can you? I genuinely... And that's an issue that I've had with YouTube for I don't know how long now, is that, like, the YouTube rules have always just felt so arbitrary and all over the place. And it's like Clean got banned on. I don't know if he got banned or if he got kicked off or what, but his live got shut down because he pointed an AR like away from him. So it's like I can't have this stream go any much farther that way, or else I might get kicked from YouTube. Yes, I see. How often do you drink alcohol? I don't know, a couple times a week. The thing with alcohol though is like, don't get drunk. That's my biggest thing is that, having a couple drinks is having a couple drinks. Don't get drunk. I firmly believe that at any point in time, you should be able to get behind a vehicle. At any point in time, you should be able to get behind a gun. Getting drunk, getting high, going absolutely out of your mind. You are now non-combat effective. And and especially if you start doing it too much, then you're gonna get so many diminishing returns. You're gonna become reliant on it. In general, I do my best to not go crazy with substances. I think the only real time that I will get drunk is like if it's like with the boys, right? It's like a big old thing, and we're all there, and we're all having a good time, and it's like there's no one that could call me that I need to go anywhere because we're all already there. But I mostly drank more in my 20s. Not only that, you start getting older, and it sounds so boomer of me. Oh God, I'm having this talk. Ow, it hurts. You start getting older, and you don't recover as fast from drinking, and then you find yourself drinking a hell of a lot more liquid IV. Yeah, no. Drinking in general, though, doing any substances, it's just why. Why are you trying to escape from reality? Why are you trying to dip out from reality? Why can you not be comfortable with yourself? Why can you not be in control of your own emotions? And I don't know how many men now have told me and have said it that when it comes to weed, they're like, oh, but I just get so angry. I'm just so mad all the time when I'm not smoking weed. It's like, yeah, dude, you're a man. You are a male. You should be angry. Why the fuck aren't you angry? You should probably be more angry, and you should probably figure out how that you can control that anger, that you can control your own emotions. Because if you're a male and you can't control your own emotions, well, what are you? You're an effeminate male. You're a pussy, right? If you legitimately require, if you need any substance every single day, grow up. Grow up. Like I know so many people are like, oh well my grandpappy this and my dad this and oh well they were able to work hard and blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, well look at the state our country is currently in, right? Did that help at all? Did that do anything? Or did you just go comatose and dip out? Did you just leave because you couldn't handle reality, because you couldn't handle your own life, because you couldn't cope with how hard things are? And it's like, no, dude. You should be mad. You should be angry. And I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination that you shouldn't have a reset. You need a reset. I just spent 3 days out in the mountains. Everyone needs a reset. Everyone needs to come back to center. Everyone needs to find peace. But the way that I look at it, and I've really been trying to get way better at this myself, is trying to find better and healthier outlets and doing what I can to be in control of my own emotions, and not getting upset, not letting dumb shit get to you, right? There's a lot of things to be mad about, but if you just spend hours on hours and on hours and on hours of scrolling YouTube and scrolling shorts and scrolling Twitter. Scrolling Twitter's fucking dangerous, man, because you just get angry, and that's all it is. And the more that you're watching that rage bait, the more the algorithm is showing you that rage bait, and the more that you're feeding into it, the more that you're letting that rage bait control you, the more that you're letting your own emotions control you, and you're not in control. And I'm not trying to go some like cringe Jordan Peterson route with it, and it's very easy to kind of go that direction of and there are things that Jordan Peterson has said that I do agree with, of like you should be a monster, and you should be able to be a monster and control being a monster, and I agree with that. But the issue is that look at the man that was saying it, and it's really, hello, I see you saying hi, hello. Look at the man that's saying that, right? And it's like, what has that man done to look up to, right? Because all I've seen of Jordan Peterson of the last couple of years is just videos of him crying and his daughter going online and apologizing and saying that, oh, he's taking a break right now and he's not doing so well, and then like, oh, he's addicted to opiates again, and he's on drugs again, and it's like, okay, well, I really don't want to take advice from that kind of guy. Now there's a difference between, let's say that you used to be addicted to shit, and you used to be down, and you used to be a sinner, right? And you used to be a piece of shit, right? There's a complete, I don't know which camera I should be focusing on. You want me to focus on that one?
Yeah.
Why that one?
Rumble's better.
Rumble's better? I mean, right now, well, no, we got comparable numbers. I don't know who I want to focus more on. I guess I could try to go back. Well, you know what, Ian? This is a perfect training opportunity or test stream, like we were talking about, of having multiple cameras and trying to focus on multiple. I think probably what would be best for next week's.
Well, everything should be going through one.
Yeah, everything going through one camera, and then if we do have more cameras set up, then
Yep.
we can get the different angles. But yeah, no, definitely YouTube up there. I just don't know what topics, and I don't know if there's like rules and regulations as far as like what you can and can't say on YouTube. Once again, for everyone streaming in, we're doing Tuesday night drinks. This is going to be every Tuesday night from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm going to be live streaming now, and we're just doing this heckin' thing. The government needs a reset. Yeah.
You believe in the government?
Yeah, you believe in the government? No, I it's fascinating how far gone it is, and the fact that we're all just kind of still going along with it, and it was something that we were talking about, of putting together a YouTube video discussing it, and what the actual issue right now is, and it's fascinating what it really comes down to, and because everyone says that no one's doing anything, and then everyone's pointing blame that other people should be doing things and whatnot. And it really comes down to trust. And it comes down to the fact that we've been isolated so much, and we've gotten like addicted to this whole mindset now of the individualist, right? And even one of my best friends, I have to get on him. I don't know how many fucking times I have to get on him about this. Of, if we're going to the same fucking place, you don't have to drive a vehicle as well. What the fuck are you doing? Like, money's expensive right now. I have open seats. Get out of this whole individualist mindset bullshit. Oh, well, what if I want to leave early? Like, then you go fucking sit in the car like the fucking child that you are. We'll find you the fucking... Here you go, fuckface. There you go. You get one of these, you just sit in the back of the fucking car like the child you are. We need to get out of this whole individualist mindset. It's absolutely BS. I hate YouTube. I'll watch stuff anywhere. I don't like this individualist mindset, and I've been trying to get on my friends a lot more about this, of like, we don't all need to buy our own set of tools. It's not necessary. If you have a vehicle that needs worked on, if you want to work on a vehicle, we can schedule a time, we can all go to the same place, and we can work on vehicles. If we need to do weapons maintenance, if there's so many things that we can get better at coming together and doing. We have, and like I was saying, I feel like it really comes down to trust. And it comes down to the fact that we've been, and I almost have to give respect, right? I have to give respect to the fact that, like, all the subversion, all the lies, everything over the last 80 years, it was done so well. It was done so well. It's amazing how many of us are waking up. It's incredible how many of us are waking up. And, I really didn't, I had a lot of questions to ask, sure, but I didn't really start waking up until I got onto Twitter. And I wasn't really kind of, I was blind and now I see. I was asleep and now I'm awake. And at least that's how I feel. It's fascinating looking back on so many things that I didn't know. I didn't know until I legitimately and that's something else that's fascinating to me. I can't believe how bold these motherfuckers are. how they will say it to your face. It's right there. There's so much video and so much evidence, and it's right there. And watching videos of what rabbis have said, it's right there. They're saying it to us. They're directly saying exactly what they think about us. And anyone can watch these videos. And what's fascinating, and I was just talking about this on Rumble before I got onto YouTube. So many people want to be asleep. They desire so painfully to be asleep. And even I do it too, of being reminiscent of the past and being reminiscent of better times. And in some ways, I live in the 80s. I'm reminiscent of a time that I never even experienced, that I was never even in. I didn't even know the 80s. I knew nothing about, I never experienced the peace and the tranquility and the beauty of Rhodesia when it was at its peak, right? And I will never be able to experience this. I will never be able to see this with my own eyes. I can watch videos though, and it's fascinating how many people tell us that how it's bad, and how many people tell us that because of this color, right? Because I am inherently not allowed to have the things that other people are allowed to have. Everything that's going on with the current politics and Shala Hendricks and everything going on in Europe right now, and the amount of little girls that are being it's fucking evil, man. It's absolutely fucking evil, and the fact that anyone whatsoever will make defense for this, and you see it every now and then online of people making defense for it, and people saying that oh well that at least they're not speaking German. It's like, dog, what the fuck, man? Look around you. Look at how bad so much of this has gotten, and I'm almost gotten to a point where I think the vast majority of us now, we're on the same page. The vast majority of us, we agree on so many fucking things. So many of us agree on the same topics, and it's really it's subversion. There's so much subversion. There's so many lies, and there's so many. There's that flag. I've posted it multiple times, and I love to get that flag. It was an American flag, and it said, "Oh, Ian, do you know the one I'm talking about? Where it said, be wary of foreign influence." It was something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I'd have to.
the quote. I don't know the flag you're talking about.
I'd have to pull it up, but it's I firmly believe that the vast majority of us, the vast majority of Americans, the vast majority of Europeans, that we all agree with each other on so many things, that what we're experiencing right now, what we're seeing right now, what we're having to go through on a day-to-day basis, the way that we have to live, the way that we have to exist, everything that's going on right now, it's not right. And you can start quoting all these laws, and you can start quoting, but look at this good thing that Trump did. Oh, look over here. Oh, but this is good. Oh, but ICE, they deported 3 people today. That's better than it was yesterday, guys. No, we're totally doing great, guys. No, but no. Look around. You can't tell me. You can't start spouting numbers off to me, and you can't start telling me that things are getting better. They're not. That's a fucking lie. You can't lie to me. I can see it, right? The whole don't believe your lying eyes. I can see it. We can all see it. That no, not everything is the way that it should be. Straight up, we shouldn't have to live like this. Yeah, there's the YouTube chat's going off way too much for me to keep up with. We shouldn't have to live like this. all Europeans, all Americans, all natural born Americans, all right? Foreigners, get the fuck out. No. We're over it, man. We're absolutely over it. We're sick of the subversion. We're sick of the lies. We're sick of seeing the news stories every fucking day. We're sick of the news stories. We're sick of seeing stories about, just another trucker that couldn't read English and drove into a bridge. Another trucker that doesn't know how to speak English and makes an illegal U-turn and kills a whole family. We are sick and tired, and it's most of us, right? And the fact that we're being lied to by anyone on social media, anyone's subverting right now, and I don't know how many mutuals that I had where it's like they got the call, right? And you swear, and it's fascinating too, where you've been following somebody for years, and then all of a sudden it's like ring. Switch. There it goes. And they just completely divert, right? Like you aligned with, and you were friends with them, you talked to them, you aligned on so many damn things. And then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, we are all sleepy sheep till our individual awakening is invoked, but only the bold stay awake afterwards. Stay strong, be bold against the sleep. Real. No, that's and a couple of my buddies put some really, really good like 2015 style like propaganda in our meme chat this morning, and there was so much that was from the oh man, everybody's gonna make fun of me. I'm dipping the name. The movie's not called Wolverines.
Oh, yeah.
Red Dawn. Thank you. The original Red Dawn, not the remake. The original, not the remake. The remake was all right, but compared to the original, it was trash. It was trash. In comparison, it was trash. But there's so many quotes from the original Red Dawn of because we live here, and the whole what makes us different than them. Because this is our home. I'm not going to your fucking home and trying to take over your land. I don't want to go to the fucking Middle East, all right, and start building mud huts. I don't want to go over there and start building up a fucking land. No, this is my home. I was born here. I was raised here, and I'm not leaving. I'm gonna fucking die here. And no one, and I don't know how many fucking times, man. It was mostly by Texans. I know there's good Texans. So I'm not trying to hate on fucking everybody, but it feels like it's mostly Texans that are just like, oh man, you need to leave and you need to leave Washington and come to Texas. You leave that sissy state and you come over here to Texas. And I'm like, bud, I promise you, there ain't nowhere else to run. There's nowhere else to run. You give it a minute, right? You give it a couple years, maybe even a year. Texas is going to be worse than Washington. Texas is almost worse than Washington now. Okay, cool. You guys get to have a little bit more toys than us. The problem's everywhere, man. It's the exact same problem everywhere. And something that infuriates me in Washington State specifically. And I don't know how many friends that I have that have had the exact same issue. And I keep getting told the same fucking story of how many men have had their family members leave the state and leave the grandkids, leave the kids, and fend for yourself, sucks to suck. We're selling off the family home and we're moving to our vacation home. The classical boomer thing, right? Hell, you know what? I'm not gonna say who it was. Somebody close to me. His parents were looking at moving or selling the family home and moving into their vacation home. And they were trying to sell the kids the family home for over market value. They wanted to sell their own children their family home, of which they all grew up in, for higher than market value. You know why? Do you know why?
BlackRock gave him a better bid.
Because it had sentimental value. Shit you not, man. I shit you not. I witnessed this conversation over dinner, and he was like, and he looked at him. He was like, "Mom, why are you trying to fuck me? Why would you do this to me?" And I'm like, ooh, like, but for real, why? Why are they like this? Why are so many older people like this? Why do they fucking hate us? And even if they don't hate us, that's how it feels. That's how it feels to so many of us that are in our teens, 20s, and 30s. You know, why do you guys want to leave us fucking nothing? Why don't you give a fuck about us? What did I ever do? What did any of us ever do to you? It doesn't make sense, man. And I know that silent generation, they call the boomers the me generation. I get that, right? And once again, I'm not saying all boomers. I'm not saying all Gen Xers. I'm not saying all silent generation. But it feels like way too many of the older generation, like they just hate us. And they just want, you know, a little bit longer in their RV, and they just want to buy, you know, just one more side by side, and they just want to take one more cruise, and that they're trying to get just a little bit more squeeze out of the money that they built. I mean, hell, now she's passed now, but I was recently being told, and I'm trying not to call anybody out because I don't want, you know, nobody getting too mad in my personal life. But I personally know someone that once again passed, but she became a multi-millionaire working as a general floor person at Sears. And she saved so much money that she became a multi-millionaire at fucking Sears, bro. And if you guys don't know what, if anyone younger that doesn't know what Sears is, all right, it's like shit. What would you say? What's the comparison to Sears now? Because Sears and JCPenney's are basically just dead. Sears even around?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if Sears is even a thing anymore. It's like Best Buy before Best Buy was Best Buy, I guess.
It's like Best Buy but with furniture.
Yeah, like Best Buy and furniture combined. I guess that's the best way that I can explain Sears. But I never thought I would have to explain what the fuck Sears is. Oh God, am I old? No, I think it's fascinating how much the older generations were so fucking selfish. And it comes across like they hate us. And even in my own personal experience, you know, getting out of the military, and I had family that refused to let me stay with them. And they refused to let anyone in the family stay with them, even though they had acreage, even though they had land, they had spare rooms, they had, you know, spare tiny homes, they had barns, and they wouldn't let anyone stay at their property. And it's like, but why? I just don't understand it. And, you know, like, what is with these older folk that, you know, they're already on their way out the door, and they don't want to leave their children and their grandchildren fucking anything. Why? It doesn't make sense. Oh, I have entirely too many fucking stories about this. All right, here's another one that I just remembered. One of my best friends, and you remember this story. I was fucking bitching about this one. You already know what I'm talking about, aren't you? Yep. Fuck, man. Oh, God. I'm not going to say his name. Shit, man. So, another one of my good friends, his grandparents, no, correction, his great aunt, I'll get into it with the grandparents, but his great aunt, she passed, and she left each one of the kids in the family $5,000. And then on her deathbed, she donated $300,000 to the Washington State Department of Education.
State more important family.
She gave the grandchildren and the younger generations, all right, $5,000 each, and then donated $300,000 to the Washington State Department of Education. All right, and that was only like 6 kids. All right, that she gave $5,000 each to, and then she gave $300,000 to the Washington State Department of Education. All right, and in the same family. All right, so this is the great aunt. So her sister, okay, the husband was dying of cancer, and she got a grant from Washington State because her husband was dying of cancer. And she did nothing for that husband. She watched him die in the living room, sat in front of a television, and literally just decayed until he died. And she got just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars from grants from him having cancer. And what does she do the second that he dies? Goes on a cruise. What the fuck? Was it lead poisoning? Why are they like this? What happened? What the fuck happened to this generation? Why do I personally have so many fucking stories? And I've been told by so many people around me, even in my own personal life, right? That I have so many stories of older folks just not giving a fuck about any of us. And you wonder how we got into this point. I mean, hell, it was the same fucking thing. One of my neighbors recently, and I actually just built I rebuilt a shed into a tiny home on my property, and I spent a chunk of change, and I hired men that I knew to do it. Because I want to give men jobs, all right? I want to try to help out the men locally the best I can. And I'm not going to reveal too much yet, but Jax, can I talk about it yet? Well, yeah, but I should probably run it by you. So we started another company, and I'm really fucking excited about it. And the goal of the company is to give. I almost said a slur. To give. I was close. Is to give people jobs, and that's the goal of this new company, is to give people jobs. And I'm really, really excited about it. It's kind of a dumb premise because it's so simple, but people are asking for it, so I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be taking people on walkies. I'm going to be going all across the U.S., and I'm going to be just taking dudes on walks. And that's more or less what it is. We're starting a training company. There, I said it. But no, I want to help out my community, right? It's the same thing with PT. You know, every single week, every Wednesday night, I host PT, so workouts, right? I host local workouts. And if you would like to come to one of my local workouts, I will give you eggs. I have 60 chickens, and I would love to give you eggs. Come to one of my workouts, come out, sweat, suffer with me, go on a run, go on a ruck, do up downs and all that, and I will give you free eggs. I want nothing in return beyond an hour and a half from you. I want you to come out and work out with me, put in some effort, you become a better man, and you get eggs in return. Do you know why? Because community.
Do you have to eat all the eggs? Is the comment.
Do you have to eat all the eggs? Not like in one sitting, I guess. I mean, I would hope that you eat them, eventually, but you don't have to like eat them while you're there or anything. You have to just crack every single one of them. You have to send it
Protein
right.
shake.
Yeah, protein shake right then and there.
Let's go work out.
Deal. Are we allowed to say the N-word? In person, yes. Not on here. I'll probably get in trouble. But in person, absolutely. Here for it. Love to hear it. As soon as I can. Yeah, no, for all you nerds, for all you, if you guys are local, if you're an hour away, if you're 2 hours away, hell, we had a guy driving from Ellensburg for a hot minute to come out and do PT with us. And the only reason that he stopped is that his personal life just got heinous. Hopefully that we can start getting him back out. But No, man. So and to kind of come back into it, community is everything, right? And so many of us have lost so much trust in each other. So many of us have lost the ability to trust. And the Fed jacking and the Fed rumoring and the he's a Fed, he's a Fed, he's a Fed, he's a Fed, you're a Fed, he's a Fed. At a certain point, you just got to admit that spies have always existed since the dawn of man, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of militaries, like since the beginning of governments. There have always been spies. There will always be spies. They're not going anywhere. This is a thing. You have to accept that this is a thing. If you want community, if you want friendship, if you want people that you can smile and joke and laugh with, and you can have a good time and just be men. So many of us, and there's people, then there's the subverters online, right? There's the subverters online, and there's the men that are fucking scared. So many men are scared. So many men are fucking terrified to be hurt. So many men are mortified of being hurt. And you have to accept you're going to be hurt. It's okay. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get betrayed. You're going to get lied to. You're going to get cheated on. You are going to have to deal with pain. Accept it. That's part of life. That is part of life, my guy. And if there's women watching this, what's up, girly? You are going to have to endure and suffer pain. That is part of life. Get the fuck over it. Grow up. If you want friends, if you want to be a better man or woman or whatever the fuck, dolphin, I don't give a fuck. If you want to be better, you have to get out of your comfort bubble. You have to get out of your comfort bubble, and you have to accept that you're going to be uncomfortable. You are going to suffer. It is going to suck at some points, but in the end, it's worth it. And not enough people want to accept or endure, being uncomfortable. We've gotten so unbelievably addicted to being comfortable. If you guys follow Grunt Proof, he recently did a video that just absolutely hit the nail on the head, and I can't believe how much I resonated with that. And the title of the video is "You Will Lose Everything" or everyone. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was saying that when you're trying to become a better person, as soon as you start the journey of betterment, as soon as you start the journey of working out and eating better, and no, I don't want to drink as much, and no, I don't want to smoke as much, and no, I'm not going out tonight, boys, and no, I got to hit the gym. No, I got to go on a run. Do you want to come on a run with me? Or no, I'm sorry, guys, I'm rucking this weekend. No, I'm going on a hike this weekend. No, I'm going to the range this weekend. You are going to lose so many friends. You're going to lose relationships. You're going to lose family members. You are going to lose people. And you have to accept this. If you want to be better, if you are sick of being a fat, lazy, disgusting, weak piece of shit, you have to accept that you're going to lose people. Because as soon as that starts happening, as soon as you decide that you want to be better, you're going to start losing people. Because, and Dianexus, he was talking about this on Twitter recently, of how many friends that he started losing, and how many friends that were chicks that he was friends with, but when he was 400 pounds, well, it wasn't a problem. And all those girls, right, all those women that he was friends with, Randall's legit, real. All those women that he was friends with, well, now the men that they're married to or dating, well, now they see as competition. Now they see you as a threat. When you were fat, it didn't matter. They didn't care. But now that you're attractive, now that you're working out, now that you're trying to be better, well, now they see you as a threat. And it's the same thing as, we were. I was talking to a couple of guys. We were at the range recently, and it was the why do so many white family members, why do so many white parents, right? Why do they always coddle the weakest child? And I know you guys have seen it too of how many like druggies and how many like the most like fucked up and degenerate of like brothers, sisters, cousins, what have you, and the parents they always cuddle and baby the weakest one. And we came to the conclusion is that, well, that's because the alternative of that is then you'd have to admit that you're a bad parent. So they coddle the weakest because the alternative is admitting that they fucked up, is admitting that they failed. And no one wants to admit that. No one wants to admit that they were weak, that they sucked, that they fucked up. No, people don't want to admit that. People don't want to admit that they're weak. People don't want to admit that they're not perfect. I am not perfect. I have been a piece of shit. I'm going to continue being a piece of shit, probably until the day I die. But I'm going to do my best to try to be better. But because I'm continuously trying to be better, because I put positivity in my timeline, because I'm bullying other people on social media, people hate that. And for years, I did not I'm just holding the shovel. For years, I did not understand and I could not come to terms with why my positive content got so much hate. And why me saying we're going to make it got so much hate. And why me saying, I don't think I can actually say that on YouTube. NKYS. Yeah. Why that gets so much hate. And it's because people don't want to see other people doing well. It's the whole crab in the boiling pot of water mentality, right? And if you guys have ever seen that before, you can look it up on YouTube, you can look it up on Twitter. It's very easy to look it up. But when a crab is in a pot of boiling water, it will reach out and it'll start bringing in other crabs. And it'll try to bring you down. And losers, right? People that suck, people that don't want to admit that they suck, people that don't want to admit that they are weak or they have been weak. They want everyone else around. The whole misery loves company kind of thing? That's so unbelievably and painfully true. Is that, and once again, I'm trying to bring this full circle. I know this is just like a rant. But yeah, no, Randall really hit the nail on the head of you will lose everyone. And I remember looking back on it of I lost everyone. Fucking everyone. And I started up an entire another friend group. Every single person that I'm friends with right now are men that I train with. I don't really have normie friends anymore. I don't have people that don't train with me. Fuck, even my employees train with me. And I tailored this of if you are going to be working for me, well, I need to take you out in the mountains. I need to be able to go do content with you. I need to be able to go to the range with you. I need to make sure that you can keep up. I mean, fuck, I actually recruit through PT. Not even fucking kidding. The only reason that Ian's sitting right here is because he was going to PT, and turns out that he needed a job, and I needed a worker, and here he fucking is. What? It's true. Please get me out of this fucking... I hate this job. Oh my God. I'll come work for you, fuck. I'll run 5 more miles, fine.
I'll take the rooster.
It's fine. No, this is no, it's not that bad. Okay, I'll get my PT test up. No, I want to be around winners. I want to be around men that want to succeed. I want to be around men that want to be better because I want to be better. I am not perfect. I suck at so many things. I acknowledge that, and I have other men around me that are better than me at so many fucking things. And that's the way that I want it. I want to be around men that are better than me. I'm not even the highest in the chain of command in my training group anymore. I technically stepped down because this man is a better leader than I am. Now, technically speaking, he's in charge of logistics and I'm in charge of like kind of like the training and the men. So like, you know, it's like kind of like a mom and dad sort of thing. But you get what I'm getting at. I want to be around men that I view are better than me. I want to be around men that I can learn from. I want to be around men that teach me how to be a better father, that teach me how to be a better Christian, that teach me how to be a better friend, you know, and I have friends that hold me accountable. I have friends that tell me that I am fucking wrong. And I need that. I need men around me to hold me accountable. I need men around me to tell me that I'm fucking wrong and I need to shut the fuck up. And I have men that I respect that can tell me that I'm fucking wrong and explain why. And I'm, fuck yeah, no, you're right. And that's another thing. So many men, and myself included, I don't know how many fucking times throughout the past, I don't know how many times, especially in my 20s, that I had such a hard time admitting that I was wrong. Oh my God. And I don't know why, like looking back on it, right? It's like, why? It's so easy to just admit when you're wrong. It's so easy to admit that you fucked up. It's so easy to say that you don't know something. It's okay not to know something. You know, that's why I love having subject matter experts around me. Because there's some topics where I know nothing about it. Cody Truth. There's so many topics that I know absolutely nothing about. And I go, hey, look, I know nothing about this. I'm not going to put the time into this. I will never know anything about this. This is your expertise. You do it. Now that sounds kind of like a, you know, it sounds douchier than I'm meaning it to be, but it's like I have what I'm good at. I know the things that I'm good at. There's things that I can be better at. There's things that I will never be good at. There's things that aren't my strong suits, and I just understand that. I realize that. I know that, and I'm not trying to be perfect in every single facet of life, right? So, you know, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing what you can and can't do. Oh my God, dude, this still hurts so fucking bad. I got stung by a yellow jacket yesterday, and it's just like it's like still welted, and it's not like really going down. Total yellow jacket death, man. I hate all of them.
Next fuck bin, bees.
Yeah, next fuck bin is bees. Actually, yeah, that is better. I'm just sending you a jar of bees. Actually, that was something that we were talking about, is that like with the drone, right? Like the fact that we can drop water balloons. And I'm like, so what you're telling me is that we could have a small jar full of bees. It's like, do you realize how quickly men are going to get out of an OP when there's bees? Like, if you could drop a jar of bees into an observation point from a drone, like that's diabolical, dude, because you're leaving. You know, like, you know, people will say, like, you know, if you had, like, smoke grenades or you had fucking, you know, CS gas or whatever, you know, like, oh, you put on a gas mask, what? You get bees dropped on you? I was like, bro, you're out of there. Like, if I, like, I don't care where, and that's, you know, call me a nerd, but, like, that's something like that. That would be, like, the, like, craziest superpower, like, with, like, Bioshock, right? Of, like, if you could just, like, cast bees. Oh, my God, dude, that's I hate bees so much. I can see it being a useful weapon, but fuck, I hate bees. I really, like, that was the weirdest tangent to, like somehow. I love it, though. I love it, but yeah, man. Kind of come. Oh, hey, you know what? We could do like a heckin' ad read. So this Friday at 15 hundo Pacific time. All right, you guys might get this PVS 14. I bought this from one of my contractor buddies, and this has been to Ukraine. Oh my God! Wow, it's got wartime. Oh my God! No, actually though, this has been to Ukraine, and it's a decent L3 tube. It's green phos, so it's gonna come with so for $15 on my website this Friday. You might get a PVS 14, the mount, and then I'm going to have Team Wendy helmet on your... What's up? depending on your size. So I have not bought the helmet yet for the fuck bin. This is the PBS 14 that you're going to get. But once whoever wins, they're going to email us and tell us what size helmet they want. And then we'll order you the correct helmet. So also going to include the ESS goggles. So essentially you guys are going to get pretty much this same bundle. And you might get that for 15 buckaroos this Friday. Not only that, but Friday night we have a 20-mile ruck march. If you guys want to come out and ruck with us, get on the Telegram. You should, if you can't figure out how to get to my Telegram from Rumble or from YouTube, you're an idiot, and I don't want you in my ruck anyway. What are these? What does the purple number 1 on YouTube mean? What is that? Someone tell me what that means. Best gun to recommend for guerrilla warfare in the plains of the U.S. Get out of the plains, Flatlander. I don't know, man. What is your team running? What's the SOP in your area, right? Like, do you have a team? All right. What are they running? What are the men in your area running, right? I mean, for the vast majority of the time, I'm going to be running a AR-15 and a Glock 19 or 17 because that is what the vast majority of people in the continental United States are using. So shit hits the fan. I want ammo commonality. I want parts commonality. I know dudes love running meme guns and love running those random guns ever. And like, I've made fun of Huck I don't know how many times about running random guns. And it's like, hey, AR-15s and Glock 19s or 17s. That is the most common platform. That is what the majority of guys that train and take things seriously are using. So that's what I'm going to use. SKS gang. Yeah, you can run an SKS if you want. When will the dumpy dump pouches be back in stock? I actually just was talking to Shepherd Defensive. And you guys will be happy to know we're getting B81 webbing in. So, yeah, bud.
I didn't know that?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, so we got B81 webbing. So we're going to start getting belts and slings with B81. Right? Like, yes. So excited about that. Will someone tell me what the little purple...
Your top viewers.
My top viewers?
Whatever.
He's the number 1 in the chat. Oh, okay.
Experience for like sending super chats.
Okay, well, what's the blue star mean?
Stand by.
AKs, not HKs. Yeah, look, okay, so if you have a team, right? If you have, and when I say team, right, I'm meaning like, video 4, point me towards the one he did already on people who chronic pain and are fucked up like, what?
They're talking about nerve damage.
Oh, are they having a conversation by themselves?
A while ago, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Never mind. Shit, I just lost my train of thought. A little choo-choo.
Team commonality.
Thank you, Ian. All right, so what is your team running, right? And by your team, it could be, what is your family running? What is the men in your training group running? What are the men at your church running? What are the men that are around you? What gun are they using? If everyone's using an AUG, use an AUG. If everyone's using an AK, then use an AK. If everyone's using, I don't know, an M1 Grand or Garand, or however the hell you want to say it. Use what the men around you are using. Drink more water. Fair. Thank you. That was liquid IV and water, but... And if Sport Drink will get with the program and start giving me individual packets, okay, then I'll start selling them. And only once I can get individual packets from Sport Drink... I know you're watching this. Whenever I get individual packets, I will start reselling them, and not before. I'll take the tubs as well, but until then, not doing it. Facts, the German wool is S tier. There is no better blanket than the German wool. It was not... And we're out of stock. Sucks to suck. You should have bought it when I told you it was in stock.
We got fleeces.
We do have fleeces. I just did a... No. Remind me in like, I don't know, 23 minutes, and we'll talk about the fleece. Crap, I just lost my train of thought again. Fuck. No, I'll just go back into a community. I don't know how many people ask me, should I be running X, Y, Z? Should I be running this? Should I be running that? Should I be running this? Should I be running that? What is your team running, and why the fuck don't you have a team? Why do you not have men around you that you're training with? If you are solo, if you are by yourself, if you have no one, if you don't have a team, what the fuck are you doing? What are you even training for? What, you think that you're just gonna survive the fucking end of the world? You're gonna survive shit hits the fan? You're gonna survive, the upcoming crusades? You think you're just gonna be a fucking lone warrior? You're a lone wolf. I'm so badass. I enter kill mode. I don't need a team. Yeah, shut the fuck up, nerd. Fucking, you have to sleep sometime. You don't need combat experience to know that you need to sleep sometime. You need a fucking team. Strength in numbers. Once again, get away from this individualistic bullshit fucking mentality. Like, what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? If you don't have a team, you're fucking wrong. Every Monday, which I guess I didn't do this Monday, so I'm fucking lying to you right now. Pretty much every single Monday, I do a location check-in on Telegram. Once again, get in my Telegram, subscribe to my Telegram, get into location check-ins, and find some motherfuckers that are near you. If you are not working out multiple times a week, if you are not working out with other men every week, if you are not training with other men, I'd say at least once a month, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong. So much is going on right now. It's almost like we're in the fucking end game, right? Like we're like right before bullets are about to start fucking flying. I can't believe that bullets aren't flying all fucking ready. And hey, by the way, the shit's about to hit the fan. I sell military surplus. What a concept. Invest in the end of the world. Shit hits the fan. I have so much shit that I can fucking supply dudes with gear. That being said, all of my guys already have gear. And like Tarbers has said, I don't know how many times, you should not be stockpiling guns and arms and ammunition and backpacks and gear. You should not be stockpiling things for when you find a team. If you don't already have a team now, you're fucking wrong. Because do you really want a team of Jerrys that have no idea what they're doing? You're telling me right now you want to hand off firearms and ammunition and chest rigs and backpacks to men that don't know what they're doing, that have never trained? And it's not until you actually take a couple classes. It's not until you actually go out and do a couple FTXs and you train with other men, trying to find veterans or going to airsoft like events and going to like Milsim Wests, going to XYZ trainings. It's not until you actually get out and do something that is legitimately challenging that you wake up to, oh fuck, I am significantly less trained than I thought I was. And it wasn't, and I'm going to say the M word. I'm going to say the M word. It wasn't until I got out of the Army and I went to my first local militia training that now the Washington 3%ers are absolutely fucking cringe, okay? I'm so glad that I got the fuck away from that because, wow, is that just, yike. But it wasn't until I went to my first like militia FTX that I realized that I did not know nearly as much as I thought I did. Like getting out of the military, I thought that I was hot shit. I thought that I knew so fucking much getting out of the military. And I had an unbelievable amount of confidence. Like a stupid amount of confidence that I had when I got out. And I thought I knew so fucking much. Oh my God. I thought I knew so fucking much. And it's fascinating looking back on it. And it's just like, I didn't know dick for shit. I'll probably look back on it right now. I'll probably look back on me right now, 10 years from now and just be like, oh, Alex. Oh, why'd you post that? Oh, why'd you say that, bud? But that's how it should be, right? If you're not regularly looking back at yourself from, hell, 6 months ago and cringing at your past self, if you're not looking back and cringing and just like shrieking at yourself, just like, oh, I used to think that. I was like, oh God, I really had a libertarian phase, didn't I? Like, yike, woof. And it's like, wow, I really supported foreign entities. Yike. You know, it's and you should be regularly looking back at yourself of like physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know, metaphorically. I don't other Lees, Bruce Lee maybe. You should be looking back at the past Bruce Lee of yourself and being like, wow, what a disgusting piece of shit. I can be better. And that's what I'm continuously trying to do. You know, I'm trying to be better than the man in the mirror, right? I'm continuously like, it's that whole thing of like, if you had to fight yourself from 6 months ago, right? Could you win? If you had to fight yourself, if you had to get into a firefight with yourself, if you had to get into an engagement with yourself from six months ago, how much have you been dry firing? How much have you been going to the range? How much have you been doing up downs? How much have you been going on runs? Have you improved yourself in the last 6 months? And if the answer is anything beyond yes, you're fucking wrong. And it's the same, once again though, guys, and like I said earlier, you know, I get the most hate from bullying and being positive and trying to put positivity out in the world. And I acknowledge that. But I'm telling you guys the exact same things that I tell myself. I am telling you guys no different than how I view myself and the shit that I'm telling myself in the mirror, right? And I my last 3-day hike that I did. I have all of the, I actually just downloaded, and Ian was here for it. I thought I deleted it, which that was fucking hilarious in itself, because I started fucking sweating bullets. But the last 3-day hike that I did, there was so many times, so I GoPro'd the whole infill and the exfill. So I had my GoPro on, well, I had the GoPro for the entire infill, and then saved at the end, my GoPro died. But I recorded the entire way out on my cell phone. And there's so many times throughout my hike while I'm suffering and while I'm out in the hills and while I'm rock climbing and doing all this that I'm continuously making fun of myself. I am continuously telling myself, why are you such a pussy? Why are you struggling so much right now? Why are you not better? Why is this so fucking hard to you? And I'm constantly bullying myself that I can be better. Because, you know, it's kind of like that psychological thing, right? And you know, maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm fucking maybe I am that fucking insane person that's on a fucking ridge line with a cliff face to his left and a cliff face to his right, while I'm like, you fucking pussy. Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, I'm that crazy person, all right? But it works. I get in my own fucking head. I'm telling myself that I can be better. And because I'm telling myself that I can be better, and because I'm bullying myself that I can be better, I put myself into a headspace of I can be better. I can go farther. I can do more. You know, there's a couple of points where I was really thinking about it of, you know, should I just bed down on this ridgeline? You know, can I make it to my target objective, where I told my entire team that I was going to be that night, because before I leave out on solo hikes and solo camps, you know, I tell them where I'm going to be sleeping that night, and then my route for the next day, where I'm going to be sleeping that night, and I give them an entire grid here, grid here, grid here, grid here. It should, if you guys don't hear from me in this window of time, you know, come looking. How do I find the Telegram? Figure it out. No, it should. The Telegram should be linked in the description of pretty much every YouTube video that I have thrown up. So if you guys go into the description of pretty much any of my YouTube videos, any of my any of my Rumble videos, I have all the links to all my socials. So you can find the Telegram in there. But yeah, if you guys want to come out and you want to train with me, if you guys want to work out with me, I've been doing this for 6 years now, and you know, absolutely, the government has attempted to fed jack me. I've had, you know, confirmed CIs come out to fucking events and don't say illegal shit. Don't do illegal shit. Don't let them bait you. You know, like, you guys fucked up the end chain. You guys suck. Yeah, no, like don't let them. You know, like we had a guy come out and he was telling us that he wanted to give us a class on how to commit felonies and get away with it. And it's like, no. Hey, bud, get lost. Like, the fuck? That's like the fettiest thing that you could have possibly fucking said. Like, what you... How stupid do you think we fucking leave? Go and get. No, I'm not fucking buying that. Fucking ridiculous. Django left the chat. I love saying Django. I love saying it wrong. I think it's funny. All right, since we're doing Tuesday night drinks, okay, I'm going to pour this out of frame because I don't know how YouTube is about this. I'm pouring myself a glass of water because I do love myself a glass of water. Oh, hey, Aaron boy. Can I get some ice? Aaron boy! Ice boy! I'm gonna have to get Huck out on one of these lives. Magazine boy! Being hydrated is so nice. Shalom. Oh, shalom! Change your socks. Real. I got funny looks wearing a bump helmet on my dirt bike. Yeah, no. So my entire last hike, I was wearing this helmet, and it actually came in clutch, and something that myself and a couple of my other guys have really started harping on more. Thank you. Something a couple of my guys have been harping on more is that while we're out in the mountains and we're out hiking and when we're off trail, and the harder and harder things that we're doing, not a Fed. You should be wearing a bump helmet. And yes, I understand that a Team Wendy is $400. I get it. I understand that this helmet is $400. But you know what? I have now bumped my head multiple fucking times, and I'm glad that I was wearing this, right? Like, as much as we like to make fun of it, and as much as like there's jokes on jokes on jokes on jokes, you know, if you're out solo hiking, if you're out by yourself, hell, even if you're with a team and, you know, you got knocked in the head and you're non-combat effective, you're out of the fight and dudes have to carry you out, you know, have you ever had to carry a man for miles? Because I can tell you from experience, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So trying to be as safe as you can, like no bullshit, that's huge. Like you guys, if you guys are going to be training, if you're going to be going out in the mountains and you have firearms and you're hiking with dudes, you're going over, you know, treacherous terrain, you should be taking it seriously. When you're on the range, you guys should be wearing eye and ear pro, right? I know that everyone wants to feel cool. I know that everyone wants to feel like a badass, but you should be wearing eye and ear protection. Can't find the telegram. Womp womp. Oh, if you can't find the telegram, you're going to get lost at going to the gas station. Dude, so real. Oh, man, that's something we've said in the chat quite a few times now. It's like, dude, if you can't even find the link up, right? Like, how do you think you're going to fucking survive in wartime, man? If you can't even find the fucking link up, right? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, if you can't even figure out the basics, right? And there's so many questions that I get asked. There's so many questions that I get asked that I'm just like, dog, what do you think my answer is going to be to that? I want you to just guess. I want you to imagine what my answer to that question would be. Because do you think that, and like, I don't know how many times I've had guys be like, yeah, that was a dumb question, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it kind of was, bud. Like today, and I don't even remember his screen name, so it doesn't even fucking matter. But I've had this before. Dude was telling me that he bought a duffel bag from us, and that his duffel bag was his 72-hour get home bag. And it's like, you what? You what? Dog, have you never put on a backpack before? Have you, like, you've never even walked a couple of miles? Like, the fact that you're telling me right now that that a duffel is your get home bag proves to me that you have never walked even a fucking mile with said duffel bag, right? Like, if you guys have a get home bag, if you guys have, like get out of town, fucking get the hell out of Dodge, bug out back, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't care. If you guys have a ruck, if you guys have a backpack, and you haven't trained with it at all, and you're asking these stupid fucking questions, you have to realize how fucking stupid you look. Like, at least go out and use it at all before you ask just the most asinine fucking questions on if you should ruck with a duffel bag. And it's like, dog, the fact that you have to ask me that right now tells me that you haven't even attempted to use said duffel bag. Like, I can't imagine doing a 6-mile ruck with 45 pounds in a duffel bag. I mean, even 35 pounds would be...
I don't want to do it at all.
I don't want to do that, man. Like, that sounds fucking terrible. And if you've ever carried a backpack for any amount of time, I mean any amount of time at all, you'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. That sounds heinous. 1 mile down the road with a shitty ruck and your back will betray you. No, real. Bought me a duffel bag with straps, best and worst. No, duffel bags are... No, I'm not going to calm down. Let's just say that to somebody else. But no, I'm not going to calm down if you're saying it to me. No, if you guys have never rucked at all and you're saying dumbass fucking questions like that, I'm going to call you a dumbass. I'm going to make fun of you. And I do the same thing with my friends. I do the same thing with my customers. I do the same thing with my followers. No one's special. I'm going to make fun of all of you. If you ask me a dumbass question, you're going to get made fun of. Because, well, you fucking deserved it. If I ask a dumbass question, I expect to be made fun of. And I'm going to go, yeah, you're right. No. Yep, no, you're right. You're right. No, that was a dumb question, wasn't it? Yeah, no, fair. But that's another thing though, is how many fucking unbelievably effeminate men there are. And how many men that are just like terrified of trying new things and terrified of being bad at something. I don't know how many men are terrified of being bad at something. Why? And like how many men that I have locally, and that's another thing. And I've made fun of them about it too. I make fun of my customers that, like when I'm sending surplus and I'm sending rucksacks and I'm sending backpacks and I'm sending uniforms and I'm sending Philbies and rain gear and cold weather supplies, and I'm sending all of this shit to men that live an hour from me while I'm hosting open rucks, while I'm hosting open hikes, while I'm hosting open PTs, and I'm sending gear to men that are within an hour of me. And Ian and I were talking about it, and I was like, I'm going to start doing local deliveries to motherfuckers. Just to show up at your house, knock on the door, like, what's up? Here to deliver this. So, I see here that you bought a ruck. Want to go use it? Like, I know your fucking address! You just gave it to me! You gave me money and your address! And you're not training! Fuck! Why? Why are you doing this, man? I don't get it for the life of me. And I have men that are telling me that they're not ready and that they're embarrassed. That they're embarrassed to come out and be weak and to suck. And it's like, dog, that's why I'm here. That's the fucking point. I want you to come out and suffer and try and put in effort. I don't care that you're 400 fucking pounds. I don't care that you're 300 pounds. I don't care that your fat's flabbing over you while you're trying to fucking waddle to keep up with me. I don't fucking care. Just come out and put out effort. That's it. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to respect you so much more for being a fat fuck that wants to be better. I'm going to respect you so much more than somebody that's already coming out to me that knows that's in shape and knows what they're doing and yada yada yada. Now that's awesome. I love when I get guys that are in shape and know what they're doing and have already trained and all this. But if you're coming out to come train with me and you don't know dick for shit and you're just eager to learn, you're eager to be motivated, dude, I'm going to look so much more highly of you. All right, there was a guy that trained with us for over a year, and he lost over 100 fucking pounds training with us, and he was fat, and he was slow. Fuck, was he slow? And we had to wait on him all the fucking time, and he refused. He refused to pass off any of his gear, any of his equipment, and he said that he was going to carry his own weight, and he did, and he fucking did. And he always said, you know, I'm going to get there. And he never fucking quit. Never watched that man quit. Now, unfortunately, that man lived in Portland and fucking died of a fentanyl overdose. Never did fentanyl, but he died of a fentanyl overdose because Portland. Fucking war on drugs, right? That worked out. We don't care that you're weak. We don't care that you suck. We don't care that, you know, the sinner that had a past, the sinner that has a future, the saint that has a past, right? I respect that sinner so much more. I respect that fat man so much more that is putting in effort to be a better man. I respect the men that have been down, that have been low, that have suffered. I respect the men that are trying to be better, regardless of how much shit they've gone through, regardless of how much of a piece of shit they used to be. We were all pieces of shit once. We were all in our fucking 20s. We've all done dumb shit. We've all done shit we regret. We've all done shit that we wish that we wouldn't have fucking said. We've started arguments that we wish we wouldn't have. We've all been there. None of us are fucking perfect. The amount of influencers, the amount of YouTubers, the amount of content creators that try to pretend to be perfect, that try to pretend like they're this bastion of greatness, all right? And it shut me up too. It shut me up for fucking years. And I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to talk about my struggles. I didn't know how to talk about being weak. I didn't know how to go about discussing these hard fucking topics because you think you're gonna get judged. Because everyone on social media, you know, they do that whole Instagram bullshit, right? Where they only show the good in their lives. They show the good. And they show the good. That's all you fucking see. You see the highlights, right? You see the best of the best. You see the perfect edit reels, right? No, fuck that. I'm gonna show you guys me fucking up. I'm gonna talk about me fucking up. I'm gonna talk about my past mistakes. I'm gonna talk about shit that I've fucked up and how I learned from it. One of the videos that I have coming up, I have a whole fucking list of shit from my last 3 days of shit that I fucked up, shit that I shouldn't have done. Shit that I wish that I wouldn't have brought with me. Things that I wish I would have brought with me. You know, I want to make mistakes and I want to learn from them. That's the point. That is the fucking point. Is that, chickens. I want to be a better man. And how do you become a better man? Well, you fail. You fuck up. How do you become better? By trying. By putting in effort. You know, that is how you become better, is by failing. You know, and I want to say was it Tesla or was it Thomas Edison? It was one of the two where it was like, you know, I want to fail 1,000 times and succeed once. It was one of
Probably Tesla, seeing how Edison stole everything. But...
Oh, you're down that. I've never gone down that pipeline of him stealing everything. I have like whatever. I like separating the art from the artist. I don't. By no means am I gonna try to say that and God, dude, I don't know how many people and it's like I said earlier on this stream, right? Like, there's a lot of things that I don't like and I don't respect from Jordan Peterson, but there's a lot of good that he said. There's good books that he's written. There's good things that he's done. So you can separate the art from the artist. Also, yes, I'm going to be playing that tonight. I am so fucking excited to play Helldivers tonight and play the ODST expansion. I don't know what you'd call it. I am looking forward to that so fucking much. Somebody just said Garmin. Speaking of, is mine charged? Hey, fucking A. I really like this watch, I do, but fuck, man, I hate that they went with a proprietary charger. It's just so fucking annoying. Because it just doesn't always... It doesn't really seem like it wants to charge quite right. It's just... ODST War Bond. There you go. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. And if you guys could not tell, you guys can see it better. I'm a little bit of a Halo fan. I kind of like Halo. But once again, I like Halo in the community aspect. I like playing Halo with friends. I like LAN parties. I still host LAN parties. I have 3, 4, 5. I have like 7 Xbox 360s here. I mean, hell, I have. Hold on. I have 3 Xbox 360s just right here alone. And that was our warehouse warming party. We had a LAN party, and it was fucking fun, man. That got rowdy. That's because of him, though. That's because of him that got rowdy. So I actually, and because people know that I'm a fucking Halo nerd, I recently got to get a personal a personal tour of the Halo Museum up in Bellevue, and I was given an unopened copy of Halo 2. Because Halo 2 is my all-time favorite game, and I have an unopened copy, and I think that this is just... It's one of those things that, enjoy the little things, right? Just enjoy the little things.
How do you know it's in there?
How do you know it's in there? I don't. I don't know it's in here. No, not the copy of Shrek. I'm gonna let the Shrek meme die.
Oof.
I know. I was made aware of the subversion of Shrek, and that the underlining message of Shrek, and it just killed it for me. Which, sucks to suck, but how long have I been subbed? I don't know. Yeah, the Shrek psyop. Yeah, no, there's a lot of subversion with Shrek. There's so much subversion in so many movies, and dude, fuck, man, there's so much shit that I can't watch anymore. Like, now, once you're aware to the subversion, once you're aware to the lies, once you're aware to the subliminal messaging, there's so many things that you can't enjoy the same way, and even at that, I just don't like watching movies anymore. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't want to sit down and I don't want to watch a movie. It's a waste of my fucking time. I could be marketing my own fucking company. I could be reading a book. I could be spending time with family. I could be spending time with friends. I could be out working on my tree fort. I could be working on the chicken coop. There's so many things. Wow, that felt amazing. I could be, going on a run. There's so many things that I could be doing instead of watching movies. And I've just got, and it's fascinating too, because movies used to be my thing, bro. I mean, I've got stacks of DVDs in my bar, and oh man, I loved movies so much. The underlining message of Shrek is really mostly about race mixing, and then in the second Shrek, it's the father coming to terms and being okay with Fiona not being human and being an ogre now, and it's just like, oh, well, I don't really like that. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. Whatever. I'm not gonna hate on you for that, but not my thing. And I'm become more passionate about it, and it's just it's just goy slop. That's all it is. All the movies. There's so many movies. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a couple classics that I'm like very passionate about. Like Treasure Planet. You'll never be able to take Treasure Planet away from me. That is a movie that is to my core. Treasure Planet is arguably to me like one of the most important cartoons. It was one of the best movies and like the best messages, the best like everything with Treasure Planet is just fantastic. I absolutely love that movie.
It's Disney's last hand-drawn.
No, it was the Disney's last 2D movie as well. You know,
3D stuff in there, but it was the last.
Well, I know, but it was the last hand-drawn 2D movie. There was some 3D stuff in it, but like Treasure Planet was fantastic, man. And there's a lot of the Sword in the Stone. That's another good one. There's a lot of kids movies that I still like, and there's some of them that I've had to drop off. And it's like, if there's too much subliminal messaging, if there's too much underlining bullshit, I just don't like it. That being said, I don't like the concept of kids movies. Really, I don't think children should be watching movies. I don't think children should have tablets. I don't think children should have cell phones. Children shouldn't be in front of screens. And the people that argue that, it's like, look at and like I said in the beginning of the stream, right? You don't have to tell me numbers. You don't have to tell me statistics. I don't have to be told so many of these things. Look at the results, man. Look at everything around us. You can feel and you can tell how much is wrong, and there's so much that's wrong, and you can tell. You know that movies are a waste of time. You can see the subliminal messaging. You can see that it's just slop, and I don't want to watch it anymore. Tangled, yeah, no Tangled here, pass. Dragon Ball Z, never got into it. Unplug your kids, parent them. Yep. So I was talking to my in-laws about this recently, because I have a few in-laws that have younger kids, and they were talking about how challenging it is being a screen-free parent, and it's fucking hard. It's hard, I mean, like you have to be so much more involved. You have to be there for them. You have to be talking to them. You have to be doing things with them. You have to have activities for them. It's harder to cook and clean. It's harder to get busy to go get ready to go on a trip. It's harder to do so many things as a screen-free parent. But there's so much benefit from it. And you can visually watch, and you can see, and you can look at the screen-free children, look at the homeschool children versus the ones that are in front of a screen constantly, right? Look at the intelligence difference. It's so fucking easy to see. It's right there. You don't have to be told statistics. You don't have to be told math. You don't need studies and articles and peer-reviewed reviews. You can fucking see it. I'm so sick of this whole don't believe your lying eyes. I'm so sick of that bullshit. I don't have to be told. TikTok brain. And I realize that, and if you are going to watch a movie, right? And this is something that I'm very passionate about. If you're going to watch a movie, turn off your phone and watch the fucking movie. Pay attention to the movie. Welcome to Monkey. I don't know what the blue star means. Thank you. I'm new here. I got a thing that's like a...
I saw it.
I don't know what that is.
Subscriber?
Subscribe thing. My 5th grade son reads at an 11th grade level. Most of his class can hardly read, and it's amazing to me. Kill your TV, man. I know that for us adults, there's absolutely a lot of benefit to being aware of what's going on in the world, being on your phone, reading, understanding, researching. There is so much potential benefit for us being on a screen. But something that I really try to do is to not just flip reels, to not flip shorts. Like when I'm on my phone and when I'm using my phone, I'm trying to engage with people. I'm trying to market my company. I'm trying to share my own content. I'm editing my own content. Like when I'm on my phone, it's for a purpose. There's a reason that I am on my phone. And what reason at all does any child under the age of 10, maybe even older, what reason do they need to be on a cell phone or on a tablet or on a computer, on a TV, watching, like kids YouTube. If you guys look into like the whole Elsa Gate thing, which is absolutely fucking disgusting, and that's insane. That is absolutely insane to me. How many parents are just, I don't know, like okay with it? That because it's the same thing that I was saying earlier, right? Cocomelon. Yeah, no, dude, that enrages the shit out of me when I see especially in public, right? Of parents that are trying to shut their kids up. And hell, I've had to get on family about it, of like, look, there's under no circumstance ever under no circumstance should you be putting a cell phone screen in front of a baby, in front of a toddler. No. Like, it's wild that we even have to say this. And like I grew up in the 90s, and there was so much like unlimited access that I had. Now, mind you, I grew up with dial-up, right? So like I didn't get a whole lot of access to the internet until I was like 15, 16, until we moved down in town, which I kind of wished we would just stay in the fucking country, really. But like I had a flip phone, and that I know I'm dating myself there, but like when I was in high school, I had a flip phone. I wasn't on a cell phone. I didn't fucking have one. I had to pay 10 cents for a fucking text. And for kids these days, dude, if you want your children to be able to have contact with you, give them a fucking flip phone. Your kids do not need a screen under any fucking circumstance. And you know what? If you disagree with me, you disagree with me, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I think all of us can say that we've watched and seen the results firsthand of how fucking terrible unlimited access to the internet is for kids and for teenagers and for young adults, right? I mean, like, fuck, dude. When I was in high school, I was given unlimited. Well, that might have been middle school even. I was given like just unlimited time to play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and fuck, dude, why? Why the fuck was I allowed to play that? I shouldn't have been out. Fuck no, I shouldn't have been able to play that. You know what it was, though? It was because my mom let me. Where was my dad? Good fucking question. Couldn't tell you. But, no. I should not have been able to do that. Not under any fucking circumstance. No. Fuck no. Send your kids outside. And if you don't live somewhere where you can send your kids outside, you need to fucking do everything you can to move somewhere where you can send your fucking kids outside. But I guess that goes back into the very beginning of this stream of how bad this country is and how bad it's getting. But yeah, no, go touch grass. Take your kids and go touch grass. Go fucking take your kids on a hike. Like the whole like childhood obesity thing and how bad that's getting. And the fact that, and I looked this up the other day. They're saying that over 50% of Americans are considered obese, and that's not counting the illegals. Over 50 fucking percent of Americans are considered obese. I think it was 55 actually. Ian, can you look that up? Like, why? Why the fuck have we allowed ourselves to be so weak? Why have we allowed our children to be so weak? You know, it's fascinating that we've gotten here. It's fascinating that we continue to allow this, and we make excuse after excuse after excuse, and it's just, oh, but it's hard, it's challenging, and my child's just so active, and it's like, okay, fucking, and be a fucking parent. You know, like, I firmly wish. No, I can't say that because that made me the man that I am. I can't. It's hard to say that I wish that that things were different for me because it made me into who I am, and maybe it woke me up. What do we got?
August 2021 to 2023, obesity in adults was 40.3, with no significant difference between men and women. Obesity prevalence was higher adults, 40 to 59, and ages 29 and 39.
It's fucking insane, dude. I asked Grok the last time, which I hate asking AI things, but it's like Grok has become better than fucking Google can pull up. Where it's like, that's fucking annoying. Society's obesity was by design. Yeah, I know. Well, that's another rabbit hole that I recently went down, and like, man, I won't eat fast food ever again. I ain't gonna do it. I watched a video of a rabbi today talking about what they put in some fast food.
CDC says 40%.
40%?
40, yeah.
It's still fucking insane. But yeah, I will never eat Taco Bell ever again. I will never eat McDonald's ever again. I'm never gonna eat Wendy's ever again. I can't believe that I went so long being ignorant. Like, oh yeah, it's bad for me. No, it's beyond bad. We've passed bad, and we're now at evil. We are not. No, it's not just seed oils. It's not just seed oils. I wish it was just seed oils. I wish it was. No, and I've been getting better at this, and I want to only. No, it's not just poison, my guy. I wish it was just poison. Taco Bell is great for you. You shut the fuck up. Yep, there it is. There it is. If you've eaten fast food meat, you've eaten human flesh. Yep. And man, that's an eye opener, man. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Now that's a hard one to come to terms with. It's and like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's insane how much that the proof is in front of us, and they say this shit, and they don't even try to hide it. Like, you can look, like, you can find videos of, fuck, dude. I try so hard not to be a doomer. I do, but every now and then it's just like, bro, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? There's so much shit that I could never even fathom doing to other people. I couldn't fathom allowing. And it's like, I don't understand how some people have become so comedically evil. And yeah, you know what I'm getting at. I buy cow and pigs from local. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Yeah, Bill Gates. That was something I was asking a couple of years ago of why does Bill Gates own so much farmland? Why is Bill Gates buying so much farmland? What percentage of farmland are they saying he owns now? It was an absolutely insane amount of farmland that Bill Gates owns, and it's like, hey, why does this multi-billionaire, why is he so fixated? Why is he so interested in buying all the farmland in America? What's he doing with it? What's he putting into our food? And then everything coming out recently of all the cloned meat and all the lab-made meat, and then how they're making like lab-made butter, and how they're making food from. It's just fucking evil, man.
He's the largest private owner of farmland in the country.
He's the largest owner of farmland. Private owner.
242,000 and 275,000 acres.
275,000 acres of farmland Bill Gates owns. Why? That's my question.
Louisiana, Arkansas, Nebraska, and Washington.
He owns farmland in Washington.
Probably the first farmland he bought.
That's probably I bet it's a lot of Eastern Washington then. He probably owns a lot of the apples and potatoes. That's fascinating. Thanks, I hate it. Absolutely thanks, I hate it. Just join. What are we talking about? Stuff and things. Yeah, man. I've been making a plunge to eat a hell of a lot better. I've been making a plunge to stop stop drinking energy drinks. I've been doing LaCroix to get away from energy drinks. Been doing black coffee. Just in general, been trying to eat way better, trying to take care of myself better, and I realize how much that we're being poisoned. I realize that how much we're being subverted. I realize now how bad things have gotten and how like asleep we've been to so many things, and I just want to be better, you know. And I'm not trying to be some Puritan. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm in hell, you guys. I'm calling this Tuesday night drinks, right? I just had a couple of drinks, so I'm not trying to be some Puritan or anything like that, but you know, trying to just be better. And yeah, no, it's fascinating. And you know, wrapping back up what we were saying about an hour ago, it's fascinating how many men will start to hate you. How many women will start to hate you when you want to be better, when you want to try to be better, because then they have to admit that they are not perfect. They have to admit that, you know, they're not a 10 out of 10, which, you know, so many women love to say that they're a 10 out of 10. And so many men love to lie. And I had you know, there's a fat dude in my family. I was bullying him recently about him working out with us and him coming to PT. And he's like, no, I'm perfect. I was like, what? The fuck you mean you're perfect? I'm like, you don't have to work out. You don't have to go to the gym. You're just perfect? He's like, yeah, I'm perfect. I'm like, fuck, dude. I got nothing to say to that. Just, you know, good luck with that, I guess. Good luck, Hoss. Like, what the fuck? Whatever, podcast. That's a weird attempt at an insult. I don't even know what that even... What would that... What? Get better insults. That's weird. No, and then something else I said to a fat dude recently, because I was drinking liquid IV, and he was trying to tell me that liquid IV had a lot of sugar and a lot of sodium, and how like that's bad for you. And I'm like, no, that's why I'm drinking it. I want the sodium and I want the sugar. I want the salt. Like that's the fucking point. And he's like, oh, that's not very healthy. And I looked at him and I was like, hey, dog, of the two of us, which looks more healthy? And like a bunch of other people were like, I can't believe you throw shade like that. Oh my God. I'm like, whoa, hey, he said that it wasn't healthy. Well, of the two of us, which of us looks more healthy? I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up. You're gonna try to tell me that liquid IV is unhealthy? That's insane. And even at that, you know, is anything healthy? Right? Is the water that you drink healthy? Because I bet it's not. Do you filter your water? Are you drinking city water? Are you drinking well water? Are you buying water bottles that you know have had all those chemicals just seeped into it? Are you drinking city? When is the last time that you sent off the water that you were drinking to have it checked? Right? Are you drinking city water? And that's full of estrogen, full of SSRIs, full of birth control, full of there was a, what was it, in New York City? They were saying that the water was so full of estrogen and that it was actually getting close to like lethal doses of estrogen in the city drinking water. And anybody can look into it as well. And that's what's fascinating. Like, you can look this up yourself of the water that you're drinking. You can send off the water you're drinking. There's a website that you can look up the quality of the water that you're drinking. And it's like, are you just drinking like literal estrogenic sludge? Because I bet a lot of men, when was the last time as a man, right? When was the last time you had your estrogen levels checked? When was the last time you had your testosterone levels checked, right? Because I bet you it's been a while, and I bet you anything that your testosterone levels are pathetically and criminally low. Like, and yeah, when I say criminally low, it should be a crime that your estrogen levels are that low. When I rise to power, all right, it'll be a crime for your estrogen levels to be that fucking low. Your estrogen levels, your testosterone levels to be that fucking low. You know what the fuck I meant. Fuck you. Get your testosterone checked. Start working out more. Start doing push-ups daily. Start going on runs a couple times a week. Just try to be better. What? Some of you guys say some weird fucking things in the chat, I swear. No, that's gonna be my my kind of closing statements. I'm about to hop off here, and I got dinner at home waiting for me, made by a beautiful woman, and I'm excited to go eat it. But yeah, man, I guess to come full circle, try to wrap this up. We can all be better, and that's okay. And it's okay to admit that you're bad at things. It's okay to admit that you suck. It's okay to admit that you were wrong. It's okay to apologize to people that you respect. It's okay to apologize to people that you love. It's okay to want to be better. And don't let people gaslight you about it, because they're going to try. A lot of people are going to try to fucking gaslight you into wanting to be better, wanting to train, wanting to LARP, right? People they're gonna make fun of you. They're gonna fuck. I was made fun of while I was on active duty for training off, fucking company time, and that's the thing. People don't want to see other people that are tryhards, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But end of the day, fuck them. Suck, nerd. But yeah. Once again, I sell military surplus. I didn't even talk about the fucking fleece. I sell fleeces. I sell backpacks. I sell rucksacks. I sell rain gear. I sell cold weather gear. I sell MREs. I sell canteens. I sell chili mac, which everybody fucking loves. I sell chicken chunks, which no one loves, and these don't sell, which is kind of comical. But I sell shit. If you guys are trying to prepare to be better, buy my shit. And if you don't want to, I bet you can probably find it cheaper, in person on eBay, fucking buy, sell, trade pages, buy from veterans. If you guys are trying to save money, then he sells beans. Facts. Also, once again, this Friday at 1500 Pacific time, you guys might get this PVS 14 night vision device for $15. It's a raffle. Well, not really a raffle. It's like a grab bag kind of thing. It's a mystery item, right? You might get beans. You might get military surplus. You might get me and Ian's trash from lunch. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put something in that fucking bag. All right. I don't know what you're getting. Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting an order, but you might get a night vision device that I own. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm already 2 minutes over. 2 minutes. Shit. But, all right. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for watching. I'm going to fuck off now. Yeah, beans. And, yeah, I got nothing else. Go be better. We're going to make it. Ape Together Strong. And, yeah, I got nothing else. Peace. Now, how do I end this fucking shit? Because I'm a boomer.